Morning. Another day, one less dollar. Markets in ADP trying to make people holla. I'm not auditioning for a rap career, so don't worry. Alright, so jumping back in this morning, I haven't looked at any of the economic data. I'm going to do something somewhat irresponsible here.
Order filled.
Oh, damn. Don't want to do that. That is
Order
irresponsible. Let me go from the mini back to... There we go.
Order filled.
I'm going to go here. Probably not going to reach it, but okay. So as you can see, I had a fib from yesterday, right? And when I wasn't 100% sure, obviously you didn't see me Globex last night, I wasn't on. And one of the things that I wanted to see is if we were going to tap back into a discount. This was my 50% from the fib. We basically just came back into a discount long enough to buy back up. Not sure if this is going to hold, but this would be first point of threshold for some support. Excuse me. And I'm not going to lie, I might cheat a little bit. I might just pull my stop because at this point, it's not about a right or wrong. It's about, I just want to see if it's going to deliver. And just kind of like an FYI, tomorrow and Friday are going to be tape read days. No live trades, everything will be out of this PA account. So, yeah, I'll take a more practical position maybe tomorrow, or depending on how long we go today. I'm probably only gonna go a couple of hours today. I kind of want to rest, and then there are a couple of other things that I want to I actually want to do. Kind of want to do some back testing, just looking back through old price and just a little bit deeper study of some things. I'm a extremely boring human being when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like most people would just say, hey, when you get your edge or whatever it is, you just kind of stick to that. And I mean that's good and everything, but yeah. All right, so I'm just trying to let's see. So right away, without even marking out levels, like immediately, I'm looking at the fact that it's trying to pair price as it goes. There's no fair value anywhere in here, like zero. Close through, that's respected, that's gone. Yeah, we're literally and I can't say 100% factual, but with some level of certainty, we're long. You'd be like, of course we are, Jeremy. I mean, duh. We could see it. I mean, duh. Well, one of the concepts that I was, which is why I introduced the Fib yesterday, is just to see, because I was expecting that higher price yesterday, and by the time we got just before 2 p.m., for anybody that saw, I had posted a video. I actually have a second part to that video. I don't think I posted, so I may be misspeaking. I need to go back and check if I updated the second part of the Tradeify position from yesterday. But I basically, I don't want to say made back, but I'll just say that was successful in getting some positions to kind of work out in our favor that ran back long. But I essentially I got out just before I believe Fed member Daly spoke, because I wasn't sure how the market was going to react to him. We had Bostic earlier, but Bostic, as many know, does not have a vote. So his conversation during 11 going into the lunch hour didn't really have any overall effect, while Daly actually does have a vote. So I didn't want that to impact our long position. But subsequently price pulled back, and we didn't get like a whole lot from that. So right now I'm just kind of looking at pre-New York, which, let's see, that's 8:15. Just want to mark out a couple things here. That was 8:30. This was gonna stand as, it's not really a high on a 5-minute. It's probably on something else. Freaking flies, man. It's like when you wanna come in when I come in the house and think you're just gonna kind of like hang out on my table. It's not happening. You gotta go. Gotta go. Alright. So we'll just treat that as a pre 8:30. This was the one fair value that has shown and it's 10:47, so we're out of the initial balance. Also, I'm just gonna follow this up. We've got time, obviously. We've got time. So here is our 9 o'clock. So I'll leave that, excuse me, and put this in place because we took buy side 9:30. Open also took buy side, so allowed this to be a potential target, and the 9 a.m. sell side. All right. So this was 10. Interesting. So I believe this is actually going to serve as your initial balance on both sides. It does, and it will. That's funny. It's 2.5. Literally. Funny. All right, so really and truly, nothing to do. So in this instance, this is honestly going to be a little irresponsible. I'm going to take, and you just have to forgive me. All right, it is a practice account, but I'm just going to kill that for right now. And the presumption would likely be here, but I don't want to pull it and then based on my stop ratio or whatever, like it take me out of the position. I just, like I said, it's kicks and giggles. I don't want to curse unnecessarily, but just trying to see. Again, this is kind of like my back test, but also forward test in real time. Again, my target when I drew the fib and everything out was up here. I'll get into like what these levels are at another time. I don't want to take away from just kind of watching price right now. So that's that could actually be another video, and it's kind of lengthy when I get into that. Let's just say I took the time yesterday to kind of navigate some fixed levels on a fib and put them in to try to minimize the number of horizontal rays I have on a chart. And it's kind of like to see if there's some form of a projection in terms of levels, in terms of price thresholds that can or would be met under certain criteria. So it's not all G14 classified, but it's, like I said, it's a little bit lengthy. So 1051. Let's go into because I'm wanting to see what the numbers were, because I don't know what they were from the economic reports from this morning. I have no idea. Okay, so mortgage wasn't a big thing. So ADP, employment change. Okay, so previous was 176. The consensus was 150. Okay. Actual was 183. Okay. So the higher figure should be bullish. Okay. Exports number was down, which, I mean, that wasn't really a surprise. So that was almost in line with the consensus, it looks like. So the previous for U.S. exports was 273.6 billion. Their consensus was 262. We came in at 266. So that's still gonna, like, I don't know how you want to process that. They look at that as basically a positive number, but it's only positive in relationship to the consensus. It's less than the previous. So and if you heard how I just said that, like that's why I call fundamentals sentiment, Because someone, like, there are two ways you could look at that. Somebody could look at that and say, well, the last time we looked at this, it was 273.6. This time it's 266.5. It's less, right? Somebody else is going to go, well, no. We figured it would be 262, so it's greater than that, so it's still good. But it's less than the previous. Sentiment. It's who's going to win that argument. Balance of trade, not a surprise that was going to be above 70. So 78.9 was the previous. The estimate was 96.6. We were actually 98.4, at least based on what was reported. And depending on who you talk to, well, I'll steer clear of that too. Imports were up. Basically beat the previous and the consensus. Oh, we got a bill auction coming up. I mean, it really shouldn't have too much of an impact, but it still could. So I'm coming in basically on the heels of what? They're going to be talking about fuel, so it's probably crude. Yeah, crude and gas production was 10:30. That okay, and it's a 17-week bill auction. That's at 11:30. Yeah, that's at 11:30. So, the only thing that it looks like for the rest of the day that's going to have some sort of an impact is going to be Goolsby and Bowman. So Goolsby speaks at I think it's 2 or 3 or something. Goolsby speaks at 1, Bowman speaks at 3. So yeah, it just depends on, and I believe they both have a vote. I think they both have a vote. And then Jefferson speaks tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, which I think is kind of it's interesting because he's going to be speaking during the Globex, knowing that we have jobless claims, a revision of jobless claims from, or continuing, if you will. We'll have the continuing jobless claims from the week of January the 25th or so. So we have initial, we'll have the continuing, and then we also have like let me double check, because I think it's like it leads into, it's like productivity. What's the thing called? It's like non-farm continuity or productivity, something like that. But it's kind of like a precursor for non-farm payroll for Friday. What is it? Non-farm productivity, quarter over quarter. And jobless claims. Yeah. Continuing jobless claims and initial jobless claims for February. So I only say that because Jefferson could, or depending on what he's speaking of, can in sight, maybe some movement overnight. Not saying it will, but it's possible. So, but as always, we shall see. So on a 4 hour, let's lock this and just get rid of these for a second. Take a look. See what we could see. Yeah. So obviously, if you look back here, we had this gap, and we've just been slowly and incrementally filling this gap. So working our way back up. I'll be working my way back to you, baby, with a happiness inside. I don't know. It just came to me, so don't judge me. Don't you judge me. Okay, so this was this. Nothing there. Okay, this was an inversion. Excuse me. Yeah, so just a continued idea and concept of the long. I can probably make a case for this high, but don't want to be too presumptuous. And as I said, I don't anticipate this level being hit today. If it does, great. But I doubt it. Today's Wednesday, and we're to continue to expand, great, but I'm not anticipating that. However, closure inside, right? There's a closure inside. It's an open inside. It's a mitigation or manipulation, and the long. So again, today being Wednesday, if we're inside, and I don't care how much I can see and confirm and do all of this, it's not going to change my opinion and my view that, again, for the remainder of the week, we're in a PA account, period. I just, like I said, my trust is just kind of out the window. So I'm not very trusting of price this week. But yeah, that's longs, just bullish price action from here. That's what I see. Yeah, we'll just at this point, like I said, I just want to kind of see how this delivers. And because we're now at 11, so that's a little bit beyond a CE. I don't think I have that in here, but yeah, I don't. Excuse me. I know it's not a midnight open. I'm gonna relabel this real quick. I just wanted a horizontal ray there, and let's just call this what in the hell is that on my keyboard? I don't have a Jerry curl. I look like some Soul Glow juice on my keyboard. So I'm literally just putting this as, and I'm gonna save this as a template. As 50% New York AM liquidity. So when I said it's, sometimes once you get the breakout of the initial range, you can get the retracement at least to 50%. So literally, we're just taking initial buy side and then the sell side. This is at 10. Everything else earlier than that, that's going to be considered regular trade hours, is obviously inside of this ray. And this technically is also, well, not quite. That was about to be a incorrect statement. So yeah, here, this would actually be, if I was looking at the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, this would actually be the low of that candle range, and the buy side would be the high. So, yeah. Chocolate covered pretzels here. Enjoy a snack or two. We got about another minute before this candle closes. Nice pop. Now, honestly, today, and obviously also, I don't know definitively. Yeah, I don't expect this to come back. Which is why I was saying initially, telling you guys, hey, forgive me. I just want to see, right? I think it just runs because this is yesterday. Okay? This is yesterday. And you could argue, well, this was the buy side. This was that massive run up. I need to change that. Wow. Yeah, I got to change that. Sorry. I forgot to update it. I was so busy putting it on the chart, didn't change the date. So it's kind of like you're readdressing an area that's already been mitigated. So this is just kind of one of those situations in cases where why I said, hey, I'm looking to see if it completes what it started yesterday, or we just kind of get sucked into this abyss of, economic data on top of just foolishness, for lack of a better way, or a lack of a blunt way of saying it. It's the economic data and then the foolishness that, is influencing or directing price. Because the foolishness can, in my opinion, delay, stall, or completely just terminate the probability or the expectation of higher delivery, which is, like I said, I'm looking to see it complete. And that first threshold is here, again, from yesterday. So we'll see. Or does today actually set the table again for, well, let's see. Let's stop being stop doing the probability thing. Like, this is the original Batman series with Adam West and what's the guy's name? Was it Burt Ward? I can't remember. I don't remember. Let's go up to a 15-minute time frame here. I go to a 15 because this is still, like, if I go to the 4 hour, you'll see that this is a soup. You'll see that this is a 6 a.m. and this is going to show as a 10 a.m. candle. So all of this is going to show as basically the 10 a.m. candle. 1, 2, 3, and this fourth 15-minute candle that's printing, it's all going to show as 10. This is going to show the high of the 6 a.m. I know somebody's like, you're full of shit. See it right there? That's 10. So in theory, let me get rid of all the crap so you could just see it by itself. if I was looking at it from a candle range perspective, that's the high of my candle range 6. This is the sell side or the low. This body inside might be a soup. So that would be the only thing that would influence invalidating the longs if we get a soup back inside. And that invalidation, for me, becomes invalid because of this candle here, because we've not taken that sell side. We ultimately would close back inside there, right? Because I always like to look back. I always say the soup is not just for the 6 a.m. It could be, and you could pop back up. This is also a low in an area of fair value. So at the moment that we take out this 6 a.m. 4-hour candle range low, it's very possible, if you look at the structure back here, that we're at or below the consummate encroachment of this range. We could potentially run this candle out, which could be a closure. Well, not would be a closure beyond the mean threshold of consummate encroachment, which could allow continued shorts. So, just again, doesn't mean, but just things to be mindful of as we go through looking at price. Okay, so 15-minute gives you a soup here. But let's see. See if we get some displacement back. And again, the 50% is still on. It's on the table. It's still in play. It's gonna be on the table until we get to the lunch hour, really, because that's usually what sometimes the lunch hour will key off of. It'll either key off of it, consolidate above, or sometimes it can take more than 50%. Other times, depending on the order flow, it can take the entire range. It could run all the way back and take out sell side too. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit through all of this. We could just kill that.
Order filled.
We could just kill it. Just trying to see if we get. One of the things I look for, and I mean I could share this, it's not, it's not really a golden nugget unless you apply it in the right places, but what I like to look for is not just fair value by itself. I like to see if you have multiple areas of consecutive fair value and what ultimately happens in those areas. Just I'll just say a phenomenon in certain places when you get multiples, you can essentially use those gaps or those areas to kind of give you not 100% clarity, but sometimes it'll give you a really short-term bias in terms of where price is reaching, just based on the bodies and the wicks and how they respond to those areas. So just trying to see if we get at least one here. So this candle is gonna close in about a little over a minute, so just trying to see if this gap is maintained, and then once we get to 1120, if that candle continues and at least meets the 50% liquidity requirement for this range. The other thing that we're also looking at is, again, understanding that this is our initial buy side. So this is our initial high. This could potentially be putting in a low. And again, for anybody that was watching any of my earlier videos that I was putting up on the channel, when I talk about certain structural delivery, looking for those higher highs or the higher lows, like sometimes it's pointing the way. It'll show you. Like everything else, not 100%. Sometimes it points the way right into, a liquidity area. It's being sought for a higher time frame objective for order flow, but it points nonetheless. All right, so here's the 1120 printing, and let's see if it continues down and we get basically our first fair value of this AM session, because we've not had any since price opened at 9:30. Not on the 5-minute. We've had none. So let's see. I found out yesterday that some people, when they're trading basically the breakout of the initial balance, they wait for these moves, and they basically use, again, like that probability of a continuation. They use this basically as a retracement, as an area under which they'll look to take a long from here if it reaches back into the 50%. So I guess for anybody that would be doing that, obviously you're looking in here, and that would be your target, because essentially they're treating the initial balance as its own range, as it well should be. But I guess any retracement to 50 or greater than 50 is going to count as a discount. That's the other reason to kind of just put this ray out here, because that was 50% of this initial balance range. So in theory, technically, those that do that, it makes sense. And I guess in terms of like the probability for continuation on a breakout from the initial balance, I mean, it kind of helps in terms of confluence. So yeah, just sitting and waiting to see. Excuse me. I've not done any racing in like 3 days. So might have to get in the old rig today or later on this evening, burn a few laps, do some donuts, something. Don't eat them, make them. Very, very interesting, my friend. The price is doing something very interesting. It can make up its mind if it was to go up or down. We want it to go up. Up and away. Okay. So our views can be different. This may not come down, or it comes down and it makes the low. So 1125 can make the low, or it can be the candle that defines this low. So let's wait and see what happens. Typically, in just what I've observed, and this is not in any way like 100%, and it's not a fact, it's just in a price that I've observed over a fair amount of time. Usually about 1140 or 1145 is gonna kind of be like that window or threshold of when AM price is kind of set, or like whatever the high and the low are going to be, especially when you get like the initial balance taken. Usually it's about this time, but it could be as late as like 1140. Right? So this may be indicative of the low. So far that's an inversion. If it closes, so we'll see. We shall see. What's this look like on let's see, on a 1 minute? Trying to see if I can get another hint, because a 5 minute isn't giving crap. Yeah, it's the high. It's the high that's gonna give it. And that really is not gonna amount to too much unless I don't want to say that. Just have to remember that. Yeah. So this should prop price up. If it leaves that open, that's great. But if it leaves this open, it may come back down to attack this and from here, right? So let's see. Because just like you have the bullish inversion here from here, you have bearish inversion here from here. So let's see. Okay. Snap right through. But that one that I just drew out here on this side, see if it pushes through. Like I said, it's a 1 minute, so let's see, because I actually drew it from here to here. Did it meet the concept? Yeah, it did. So, but again, it may very well just be temporary. But that's 2, right? That's 1. This is forming the second. Yeah, this is probably gonna, I don't really see this as holding it. Excuse me. So yeah, this should finish up. So this could be the structural change, if you will, or move. And we may have another move back in the PM session, possibly. So here's your clear of the initial buy side. That's going to be your high, obviously. This is the move back in, which is your low. You've got an area of fair value here, which is bullish, which is supported. This is an inversion. I'll just mark this way. Hey, what's up, Steven? Some of ICT, yes. How you doing today? Yeah, I'd say I need another area of fair value, though. That's yeah, it is. That's why I said, like, everything is gonna be practice account for the rest of the week for me. It's just, it's too much. Now, it's gonna be volatile for, people to be able to get in and take little pieces out. Yesterday, just to, and I think yesterday was enough for me. Like in my Tradeify account, I was down, like, literally, I was in a hole like 2,000, and I was able to make the majority of that back on like a quick pop back up from an initial balance trade just before 2 p.m. So up overall in the account, but it was a red day for me, basically. But that was enough for me to kind of just say, you know what, I can wait until next week. I'll still tape read, come in here, do something, look at, but not worth any of the stress and the additional energy. It's just not. So, you taking any positions today? So it looks like it's going to hold this area fair value though. See, if we didn't have any of the the Fed fundamental speakers today at, I'm just going to say, very strategic times, you know, one somebody speaking at 1, the other one speaking at 3, you know, you might consider, hey, we get one more move back in here, that's a long, but if that's PM session, I don't know what and who's saying what, you know. All right, so I would like to see this get held too. Took a 15-minute ORB break, took partials, rest, hit, break, even. Okay. Well, congrats on the partial. That's good management. It's outstanding management, actually, with, like you said, the way price has been moving. You know, you got to take what you can get when you can get it. I'm trying to hear what just, oh, it was a 17-week bill auction. That's what it was. So it's a 4 point. It killed me with this. It's a 4.21% versus the 4.19. Killing me. So they'll take that little bit of news and that'll continue to push this higher, which, yeah, whatever. So let's get out of here. Yeah. So yeah, this would have been, again, this might have been the play. It's just too close to lunch, but yeah, it's just I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna be interested. It's going to sound crazy, but I'd like to see this come back, close back inside. Ultimately looking for longs, but I want to see it come back. Yeah, there are a lot of people that'll say they wanted, yeah. Because, I mean, again, back to your point, you know, if somebody was looking to get long in here, that's fine, but, you know, this isn't, this here is not being left for no reason. Like, now it could be related to this afternoon. It could be related to the overnight session, but it's not here for no reason. So, and if it's, let's see. 6. Excuse me. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it may go. That might. As soon as I say that, it's like, nope. I was going to say this. I would be more inclined to look at this as a breakaway gap, not this. So if it creates one more area of fair value here, hang on. There is a reason. Yeah, so let's see. I left that on from yesterday and a couple of them, actually. I pinched this back down. I left a couple of these on for a reason yesterday, because I was looking at the same thing yesterday, and we had essentially like the structural delivery that should have sent price higher, and obviously that didn't happen. The PM session came back up, but didn't really do anything. You could see the overnight, but like I said, we're kind of back at the same place that we were, slightly lower in price than we were yesterday. So that was the short-term target. So let's see if we meet that today. And if this level from yesterday holds any weight, let's see. Put that up so you guys can see it. And I guess if it does use the range from yesterday here, it may not come back in and retest the inside of the initial balance. It's technically already done that, reaching back at least 50%. So you could say that it's run on that, but yeah, maybe not. Steven, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe it just reaches and says, we don't need the... It reached back in enough. I'm not going to take that off just yet, but we'll see. And And as far as I'm concerned, I kind of missed, if I wanted to get in with my practice account, kind of missed the opportunity at this point. The next earliest, again, would be this afternoon, but yeah, I'll table that. I will definitely table that. Yeah. So when I jumped in, I said that initially, like, I was looking to see if it was gonna complete. But yeah, I'll tell you this though, like after yesterday, yeah, I got to the point where, like I said, once I was able to get back to almost where I started from before I took positions, it was enough for me to kind of say it's not really worth it, because I don't want to say what looks obvious should be, or you know what you would say. It's probable that this is going to happen based on, you know, price delivery, this liquidity, whatever. It was just off, you know. It was just off a little bit. And I mean, I think my hesitancy, even in a practice account here, is, you know, obviously now it's hindsight. This has already happened. I sat here and I sat through this. But you're 100% right. It's kind of like, okay, this could have been a threshold. I would also have looked at this as maybe a threshold. Yeah. You kind of just sit out and, hey, if you feel like you don't have probability on your side, sometimes that's the best thing. You know? Something I constantly have to, you know, remind myself from time to time, which is, and we all do, which is no matter how great like moves like these are, they're not the only ones that will ever happen, you know? You might catch a, you know, 20, 30 handle banger, and maybe you sat and watched a 20 or 30, you know, or two 20 or 30 handle runners and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll get them. Yeah, this is definitely looking like it's trying to complete yesterday's. Yeah, absolutely. 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 That is 894. So 894. Yeah, it's probably gonna run now. See if we can get above 75. Nice. Yeah, it's a good pop. Did it stop right at 75? Stopped at 80 or 21,800. Yeah, 75. You see it get over that. Well, as usual, I can call him like Babe Ruth. I haven't been hitting him like Babe Ruth, but it's all good. Let's see if we get here. Yeah, we're gonna meet that. Yep. Nice. So I'm just gonna put this back up here again. Over, and we'll just say that this objective is met. Well, I'll put a check mark here and then we'll just get rid of this. I don't need that. I gotta go to a 15 because I need to see. Give me 1 second. So I think this was, yeah. So high. And this was the end of the day. Okay. Excuse me. I'm just trying to get a sense and a feel for time, basically the time of day and how far we might be able to reach based on news and all kinds of other crapola today. Yeah, because it's 6 minutes before noon, so I'm just trying to get an idea or a thought of where we can start seeing basically the lunch hour form, which is why I kind of I'm looking at this area to see if we get any kind of reaction or if we start an accumulation here to either continue or an accumulation that shows some level of retracement. So just gonna watch this for a bit. Did you get back into another position, Stephen? $134 handles. Pretty nice move. Excuse me. I could probably put my keyboard up here. Should be good. And it my lap. Nothing yet. Tempted to scale. Wait. Be patient for a retest. Yeah. Yeah. It's inevitably gonna test your resolve for sure. And like I said, now that we're coming into the lunch hour, yeah, just be careful. Excuse me. All right, this candle's gonna close in about another minute and a half. Overall, 6 years. Profitable, about a year and a half. And I've only been into futures for about 2 years. So it sounds, the more I get asked that and the more I hear it, I still feel like it's not a long time. Some people think it is, but I don't think it's a long time. It's a long time to be looking at maybe charts and things like that, but And as you probably know, like coming into this space, it's kind of like it's like somebody that wants to go to school to be a doctor. There's pre-med, like what used to be like pre-med, and then medical school. So I look at it like the first 4 years were all pre-med. That's like all prereq. The time to learn what you should know, do the things that are no-nos until you figure out the structure and you find out, and then, How about you? How long you been trading, speculating? All right, so 12 o'clock. Cycles of markets changed, not much in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Same? Okay. Yeah. It's just constantly learning. Okay, not really the rejection I was looking to see, but was looking to see if it was gonna at least try to push in a little bit deeper. Pause. Oh dear. Here. I don't really want to draw that out. I'm going to anyway. I don't really want to though. So instead I'm gonna do this. Excuse me. I actually can get out of this because it's not going to tell me what Bowman's speech is. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I can get out of economics for right now. Yeah, I think we've kind of hit a little bit of a wall for right now. I don't think we're really going to see not too much of anything else, at least until, excuse me, until after maybe the PM session starts. we might get some movement around, say, like 12:50, because we've got that one speaker at 1 o'clock. The PM session, depending on your perspective of it, because he's speaking at 1, I would say today it's probably going to start at 1, but usually like 1:30. So yeah, 12:50, 12:55, you might see some spooling in price ahead of whatever's said or not said. And yeah, but I don't really anticipate too much else here. So yeah, I'm gonna probably hop off for now, and yeah, I'll keep watching, but not really anything of interest. Obviously, the interest would have been back here if we were a little quick on the draw, and obviously if I was more trusting of this move back in, which I wasn't. But yeah, we'll just leave it here for now. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll tape read, post jobless claims tomorrow. I should be back on about the same time, about 10:30. So I appreciate it, Stephen. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. You enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. Hopefully you get another move, and extract some more profit. So I'll see you next time. You guys take care.